Have you ever felt like something was shifting in the air, quietly, without warning, but you couldn't quite explain it? Like the universe was whispering instead of shouting? June 11th, 2025, is exactly that kind of day. On the surface, it may look ordinary, but spiritually, it's anything but. This isn't just another Wednesday, it's what I call a glass hour, where energy becomes fragile, time feels distorted, and your soul is being silently recalibrated. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the hidden energy behind June 11th, how it's preparing you for the powerful full moon on June 12th, and most importantly, what you need to do to align with it. If you've been feeling the urge to withdraw, disconnect, or even sleep more than usual, trust me, you're not alone and you're not wrong. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this moment is spiritually significant, how to navigate it, and how your energy today will shape what manifests tomorrow. So, stay with me, because the most subtle shifts often bring the biggest transformations. June 11th, 2025 is not ordinary. June 11th, 2025 is far from ordinary, it's energetically distinct, carrying a subtle but powerful frequency that most people won't immediately recognize unless they're tuned into the spiritual undercurrents. While there may not be grand planetary alignments or dramatic cosmic fireworks, this date marks an invisible shift, like a soft bell ringing through the soul. It's the kind of energy that doesn't shout. It hums beneath the surface, inviting you to slow down and feel rather than do. If you've been sensing the need to step away from distractions, technology, or even people, you're not imagining it. June 11th is like an energetic cocoon, encouraging you to draw inward, rest deeply, and prepare yourself for something bigger that's about to unfold. This is not a day for outward expression, socializing, or high productivity. The universe isn't asking you to hustle, it's asking you to become quiet and still so that you can hear the frequency shift within. In a world that praises constant motion, taking intentional rest can feel rebellious. But spiritual growth often requires silence, solitude, and space. You are being given a rare opportunity to pause before the full moon amplifies everything you've been suppressing or avoiding. Trust the quietness of today. It's not a lull in your journey, it's a powerful realignment of your inner compass. The energetic prelude to the full moon, June 12th. As the full moon in Sagittarius rises, aligned with the Jesha Nakshatra, the spiritual atmosphere becomes increasingly intense. But what many overlook is that this shift begins a day early. June 11th is the energetic prelude, the moment before the curtain rises, when the energies are building behind the scenes. Jesha Nakshatra is associated with courage, protection, and decisive movement. Combined with the truth-seeking energy of Sagittarius, this full moon is not one to take lightly. It's coming in strong, with clarity that may feel confrontational but necessary. If you've been avoiding the truth in any area of your life, especially emotionally or spiritually, this moon will bring it forward in unmistakable ways. Even if the moon isn't yet full, the portal has already begun to open. You may feel a mix of anticipation, anxiety, or even exhilaration without understanding why. That's because your energy body already knows the shift is happening. The emotions you feel now are echoes of what the full moon will illuminate tomorrow. It's not just about seeing what's hidden, it's about being spiritually prepared to handle the revelations with grace and wisdom. June 11th is your preparation day, your spiritual groundwork, and the time to build your inner stamina before the full moon delivers its downloads. The importance of withdrawal. Withdrawing from the world is often labeled as avoidance, but in spiritual terms, it's one of the most powerful actions you can take. Today, that withdrawal is a sacred necessity. The outer world is full of noise, opinion, and energy that can easily disrupt your personal frequency, especially during a time of high sensitivity like this. Think of your energetic field as a finely tuned instrument. The more interference it absorbs, the more distorted your inner guidance becomes. June 11th calls for energetic clarity, and that clarity can only be accessed when you give yourself the permission to step back, unplug, and simply be. Solitude doesn't mean loneliness. In fact, solitude on a day like this is divine alignment. It gives your spiritual system the space it needs to recalibrate. The chakras, aura, and subtle bodies are all shifting in preparation for what's to come, and distraction only muddies the process. Whether it's a few minutes of deep breathing, hours of reflection, or a full day of digital detox, any amount of intentional withdrawal today helps. When you stop engaging with the world's chaos, you create room for your soul to speak clearly. That's the kind of spiritual hygiene that sets the tone not just for the full moon, but for the next energetic phase of your life. The glass hour, a fragile, powerful time. June 11th is often referred to as a glass hour, a moment in time that feels both delicate and deeply charged. Much like glass, the energy of this day is transparent, sharp, and easily shattered if not handled with care. This fragility isn't weakness, it's power in its most vulnerable form. Time may feel distorted today, moments stretch, dreams become vivid, and emotions rise to the surface without warning. If you feel disoriented, sensitive, or more emotionally reactive than usual, know that you're in sync with the energetic environment. This is a threshold moment, and everything within you is responding to its invitation. The veil between the conscious and subconscious is paper-thin, making this a potent time for intuitive downloads, spiritual signs, and dream revelations. Symbols may appear in strange forms, through sudden memories, unexpected conversations, or even physical sensations. Treat this day like a sacred ritual. Be gentle with yourself, speak less, observe more. Just like handling glass, this energy demands attention and reverence. If you move too quickly, you may miss the hidden messages. If you slow down and tune in, however, you'll gain access to insights that are only available during this kind of rare spiritual window. Energetic sensitivity and observation. The universe is always listening, but today it's watching more closely than ever. There's a cosmic intelligence that's not testing you, but observing you, your choices, your reactions, your intentions. Every thought and word you emit today carries an amplified energetic charge. It's as if the universe is taking notes, recording your vibrational signature, and calibrating your path accordingly. This is not a day for recklessness or emotional outbursts. Everything you project outward, whether consciously or not, is echoed back through the energetic field. Awareness is your greatest tool right now. When you embrace stillness and intentional thought, you step into alignment with divine flow. Spiritual clarity doesn't come through noise, it comes through observation and inner listening. Today's silence isn't empty, it's full of energetic information waiting to be decoded. Whether you're journaling, meditating, or simply noticing your own inner dialogue, be fully present. You are being asked to step into your higher self, not through grand gestures, but through subtle spiritual mastery. What you do today may echo long beyond the next moon cycle, so move with mindfulness. How to align with the energy. One of the most effective ways to align with June 11's energy is to cleanse your space, your mind, your energy field. Start with your environment. Declutter your room, burn sacred herbs, or use sound bowls to clear stagnant energy. But don't stop there. Cleanse your inner space to unprocessed emotions, looping thoughts, and internal resistance need to be gently released. Before sleep, sit quietly with yourself and set an intention. Choose one simple affirmation that aligns with your current energetic needs, something like, "I honor what is mine and release what is not." These words act like spiritual programming, subtle codes that shape your dreamscape and subconscious state. Stay alert to your thoughts throughout the day and especially in the evening, as this is when energetic boundaries thin the most. Avoid harsh conversations, fear-based media, or draining environments. You are absorbing more than you realize today, and your energy body is like a sponge. Protect it, honor it, and align it with the higher frequency that's calling you forward. The more grounded you are now, the more gracefully you'll move through the powerful transitions ahead. The role of the full moon. The full moon in Sagittarius is more than a pretty celestial event. It's an energetic traffic controller, organizing spiritual transitions on a mass scale. It shines a spotlight on the areas of your life that are ready for clarity, truth, and transformation. But its influence doesn't just begin on June 12th. It's already making waves, sorting through energetic patterns and illuminating pathways forward. Think of it as the universe's way of holding a mirror to your soul. What have you been avoiding? Where have you been dishonest with yourself? This moon will not let those questions go unanswered. What begins now in subtle energy will soon take form in your physical reality. The moon's light acts as a magnifier, pulling the invisible into the visible. Whether that means a sudden realization, an emotional breakthrough, or a radical external shift depends on your readiness. If you've done your spiritual homework, rested, reflected, withdrawn, this moon will bless you with insights and movement. But if you've ignored the signs, its energy may feel disruptive. Either way, transformation is inevitable. The question is, will you be a conscious participant or a passive receiver? Transitioning from June 11th to June 12th. As the night deepens and June 11th transitions into June 12th, you may begin to feel the shift more intensely. This is the hour when spiritual activity heightens. It's common to feel wired yet exhausted, emotionally stirred but unsure why. You're moving through an energetic threshold, a liminal space where the spiritual body prepares for illumination. Don't resist the disorientation. Instead, become curious about what your emotions are trying to tell you. Pay attention to dreams, flashes of memory, or sudden feelings of closure or yearning. These are messages from your subconscious and higher self converging. This transition period isn't meant to feel polished or complete. In fact, it may feel quite the opposite, like a spiritual unraveling. But that unraveling is purposeful. It clears space for the light of the full moon to fill you in ways that mental effort cannot. Trust that the confusion is part of the clarity. The gap between how you feel and what's happening in your outer world is closing. What's real inside will soon be reflected outside. Let the energetic wave pass through you rather than resisting it. You're not falling apart, you're breaking open. Final messages. June 11th reminds us that energy always precedes matter. What you radiate today, through your thoughts, feelings, and intentions, will take root in your physical world tomorrow. That's why today is less about action and more about alignment. You are literally shaping your future reality by choosing your internal state. The universe doesn't need your hustle, it needs your resonance. If your frequency is chaotic, you'll manifest confusion. But if your energy is grounded and intentional, you'll attract clarity and transformation at speed. Isolation today is not loneliness, it's divine recalibration. It's the universe pulling you aside and whispering, "Get ready. Something big is coming." The full moon will deliver answers, but only to those who've made space to receive them. So don't fear the silence. Embrace it. Sit in it like a meditation. Let your energy become still so that the spiritual messages have a place to land. Your alignment today is your activation tomorrow.